Alright guys, a little quick intro before our intro. We're about to have a freaking mukbang. Here's the food. Ooh, fuck. And some drinks. Get this mukbang started. Tell you why in a second.
Welcome back.
Welcome back,
As
guys.
you can see by our title this week, we're just gonna get right at it with a little mukbang. Mukbang?
Mukbang.
Mukbang, whatever.
So mukbang is basically, we eat a lot of food and tell stories.
Get you guys in on our family, spill some secrets about our family
history.
here. This one's yours.
Okay, cool.
We both love to eat food, so here's a lot of food from Whataburger because it's close to our house.
Taylor,
it's Texas style.
Taylor Postmated this, and we were like, oh, let's get something for dessert. And she saw the 6-piece cinnamon roll thing.
I didn't realize it was
actually 6 huge cinnamon rolls. So that's pretty sick.
That'll be fun.
You should definitely go get us napkins.
Yeah, definitely. Excuse me, dog. We came to America in 2001.
So I'll take you guys back, like, in the beginning.
In the beginning.
In the beginning. Basically, we won a green card lottery to come to America. And it was crazy.
Which, a lot of people don't understand what that is that to apply to get into a country, you have to apply for citizenship, or you apply for your visa, and then eventually you get your citizenship to live in a country, but...
And it was a lot harder in 2001 after 9/11.
Mom's name got called. They were actually in the process of applying to New Zealand and Australia.
No. Dad told me that same day that they got the confirmation, giving them the 6 months grace period to get all their finances intact, everything's set to go. Dad was headed to the New Zealand, not prime minister or like
Embassy.
Well, it wasn't even the embassy. It was like the office,
like the visa office.
Kind of, yeah, to get the whole immigration packet. So that was and none of the other family knew that we were gonna go to New Zealand. It was a surprise.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then. So Dad kind of explained to me how the green card lottery kind of worked. Basically, they sent in a letter with our name, our date of birth, all the information about us, and a picture of our right ear. Because you can, like, there's people that can fake passports and stuff, but they can't fake, like back then they couldn't fake an ear. So that's like their little way about how they differentiated and like made sure it was you. I'm gonna go get some barbecue sauce.
Got the American green card. So literally within 6 months is when we moved. So when they found out that we had received it and we were applicable, it was 6 months of just like selling everything that they had, getting everything in order, dealing with our family that was in America to figure out like how they were going to be able to support us, because this is a big change. Like to move that far away at this time of 2001 was like petrifying. And even as a 7-year-old, I can very distinctly remember like the anxiousness that my parents were going through and how quickly things changed. And
speaking of how quickly things changed, when Dad was trying to sell the house, he sold it for $1 million.
Yeah,
Zimbabwe currency. It was garbage. It was like 10 to 1.
Honest, so
the rate over exchange rate was like massive.
Yeah.
But the thing that kind of screwed us over was he was set to have someone buy. Half of the money would come in cash for us to go there, and the other half would have gone to like an offshore account that we could have accessed once we got into the States, because they wouldn't let you travel with that much money. The guy flopped. The plan fell through.
Yeah.
Or no. The guy was like running late and just gave all the money cash right away at the office with the paper sign.
Yeah, he didn't follow the right procedure in order for our parents to like get the money they were supposed to. So they ended up, wasn't it that they got it for less than they were supposed to because of the way everything got transferred?
My dad basically explained to me that when we came to the United States of America, we had $8,000 and another $2,000 in an offshore account. For a family of 4 starting on a brand new life with like 3 suitcases of their stuff each.
Yeah.
Wasn't a lot.
I remember us getting to the Zimbabwe airport, and I remember us turning around, saying goodbye to our family, and I remember everybody was crying.
We've been to Paris.
Yeah.
We stopped in Paris. Dad literally ran laps with me to tire me out because it was a
really
10-hour connector to It was a 10-hour connector to Paris, and then from Paris we came to the United States.
And the layover in Paris was really long.
Yeah. The flight from Zimbabwe to Paris was through the nighttime, so I slept normally as a 3-year-old would.
Yeah.
And so when I wake up in the airport, I'm full of energy. Yep. And Dad had to tire me out. So he was running around with me even though he was dead tired, trying to get me to be able to sleep on the way here.
And then we went Paris to LAX, and we went through customs. And
Mom told me that all Dad wanted to hear, like, he was so nervous about coming here. All he wanted to hear was like welcome. Like he wouldn't go anywhere unless he was welcomed.
Yeah.
So when we came in and we were sat, like they were doing interviews, like we were past the point of no return. And once everything had been approved, the guy said, "Welcome to America." And Mom said that Dad almost broke down in tears because it was such a like sigh of relief. Like we had made it. All the opportunities ahead of us were like available. So
yeah, I remember us getting into the taxi that was taking us to our relatives that lived in California. It was taking us to their house, and I remember you had like passed out in the car also, and I remember sitting in the back of this like van that was taking us there, and there was like a little TV console on the bottom, and I remember putting my head in Mom's lap, and as I was lying down, like I remember getting so tired while still watching that TV. It's like out of a dream movie sequence. It's just like I was looking at this TV, and then as soon as my head touched down, I like passed out. And we woke up. I woke up at that point. We were like at our relative's house, and all of our family like threw us this big old welcome party
to
there.
America.
My cousin Megan.
Oi!
She swears if you ever ask her the first thing I told her or the first thing I said to her when I got to America, I guess I had gone up to her like with an Oreo.
Taylor was like super sleep deprived.
Yeah. 7-year-old, sleep deprived. I found out I had cousins my own age. Like, awesome day. But I was so tired, I guess. She said I went up to her with like an Oreo. And I was like, "Oi, you want a cookie?" And she was just like, okay. I just spit.
That's why I can't have nice things.
A lot of people don't know
The full
enough about other countries and, you know, the struggles that they go through, and I think it's important that we all kind of share, like, you go through stuff and
fun fact.
hopefully you just get better from it.
I hate hot dogs because
same.
Because while we were growing up, well, Dad was working 2 jobs, and Mom started with Team McGee and made great friends for life, Cindy and Steve. We had like a dollar store near our house, and Mom would, like, the only thing we could afford to eat and feed children, obviously, was just hot dogs.
We
night
ate
after night.
so many hot dogs. It was really once we got into our apartment. So we lived with some family members for a couple months.
Dad had like went for interviews right away, got a job right away. Like,
yeah,
he was on it.
He basically hit the ground running once we got here, and then once we saved up and they got us into an apartment. I forgot what I was saying.
Hot dogs.
Yeah, because it's expensive to move. Like, nobody likes moving, real talk. And all they could afford at the time was hot dogs. So to this day, I can't eat hot dogs. You know, no fault to my parents. They worked so hard and they definitely instilled that in us.
Yeah.
Because like you watch your parents like work their asses off just to provide, and you know, shout out to them. I'm a hard worker now.
Mm-hmm.
What did they call us the other night? We're go-getters.
See something we want and we get after
Get
it.
after it.
So yeah. Like if you enjoyed this story, and maybe we'll tell you some more about us or find another story time to do.
Yeah, we've got tons of crazy experiences that we would love to share.
I almost killed myself with an electrical cord behind a TV, so that's another.
Oh my god, the amount of things I've had to do to just like keep him alive. To keep him alive has been like insane.
Yeah, I was a dangerous little child.
Be sure to subscribe down here. Join our family. Let us know you like it. Leave a comment of your favorite food to just binge out on. Or if you've never watched a mukbang before, what do you think? Because I really like them.
It was kind of fun.
I think it's
pretty fun.
interesting.
Not kind of, it was pretty fun.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye. Okay, bye. Alright, now it is definitely time to crack into this bad boy. Ooh, dude, there's so much icing in there. Holy shit. Ooh, yuck. Ooh, she excited too. Look at that face. Mukbang out.